If you're over 50 and feel like your energy's slipping, your joints are stiff or your balance isn't what it used to be, stay right here, because what I'm about to share could genuinely change how your body feels every single day. Imagine feeling lighter on your feet, stronger in your core, and more flexible without ever stepping foot in a gym. Sounds good, right? Well, in Japan, many elders in their 60s, 70s, even 80s move with ease, climb stairs effortlessly, and stay active well into old age. Their secret isn't a magic supplement or a fancy workout plan. It's 6 simple movements they practice daily, movements that keep their bodies mobile, their muscles strong and their minds sharp. And the best part, you can start doing them today, right at home. In Japan, aging is viewed very differently than in many other parts of the world. Instead of seeing it as a slow decline, it's embraced as a stage of life that can still be full of vitality, purpose, and movement. What's fascinating is that Japanese elders are often able to maintain mobility, balance, and strength well into their 70s, 80s, and even 90s, while many people in other countries struggle with stiffness, weakness, or fatigue by the time they reach 60. The difference lies not in genetics or luck, but in a set of simple, consistent daily habits that keep their bodies active and minds sharp. These aren't intense workouts or gym sessions. In fact, most of them don't require any equipment at all. Instead, they revolve around 6 simple movements that are woven into their everyday life, almost without thought, yet bring powerful results over time. It's a quiet but effective philosophy. Move every day in simple ways that connect your body and mind, and your health will follow. The first thing to understand is that the Japanese approach to movement isn't about intensity, it's about integration. They don't carve out hours for exercise or push themselves through grueling routines. Instead, movement is embedded in the rhythm of daily life, getting up and down from the floor, stretching after waking, walking to the market, tending to a garden, practicing mindful posture. These small, repeated acts collectively form a system that keeps the body resilient. It's a way of living that values motion as medicine. Even those who don't consciously exercise are in reality staying fit because of the natural ways they move throughout the day. That's the beauty of these 6 movements. They're practical, sustainable, and deeply connected to longevity. One of the reasons Japanese elders stay active for so long is that they understand the concept of maintenance rather than repair. In Western cultures, many people wait until something hurts, a knee, a back, a shoulder, before they start taking action. But in Japan, there's an unspoken understanding that you must take care of your body every day before it breaks down. These 6 movements act like daily tune, ups for the joints, muscles, and circulation. They promote balance, coordination, and awareness of how the body feels. And because they're done consistently, they prevent stiffness, muscle loss, and poor posture from setting in. Think of it like brushing your teeth. You don't skip it because you feel fine. You do it so you continue to feel fine. The simplicity of these movements is also what makes them so powerful. They don't rely on machines or heavy weights, which means there's no barrier to entry. Anyone, regardless of age or fitness level, can start doing them right away. This accessibility is a key reason Japanese elders remain mobile. For them, moving isn't about perfection, it's about participation. The small act of doing something every day, no matter how basic, sends a message to the body that it's still needed, still strong, still alive. Over time, those small signals add up, reinforcing physical and mental resilience. A deeper part of the Japanese philosophy around movement is mindfulness. These daily exercises are often done slowly and with full awareness, whether it's a gentle twist, a slow squat, or a mindful walk. Attention is placed on how the body feels, the tension in the muscles, the rhythm of the breath, the flow of energy through the spine. This combination of motion and mindfulness nourishes not only the physical body, but also the nervous system. It reduces stress, improves focus, and strengthens the connection between the mind and body. This is something modern fitness often misses. We tend to chase calorie burn or muscle gain, but the Japanese approach prioritizes how movement feels. It's not just about exercising the body, it's about maintaining harmony between movement, breath, and awareness. When we talk about the results Japanese elders achieve, strong legs, flexible spines, graceful posture, it's easy to assume it comes from genetics or diet alone. But observation tells a different story. Many of these benefits come directly from the kinds of daily movements they perform. The consistent squatting keeps the legs powerful. Getting up from the floor keeps the hips open. Gentle twists and shoulder rolls maintain spinal mobility. Heel raises strengthen the feet and calves. These are not dramatic exercises, but they're compound in effect, meaning they engage multiple muscles and joints at once. This helps the body move as an integrated system, not as isolated parts. Over time, this integrated movement pattern prevents imbalance, supports coordination, and makes everyday tasks like bending, reaching, or carrying groceries effortless. Another factor that can't be overlooked is the environment. In Japan, daily life naturally encourages physical activity. Many homes use low furniture or floor seating, which requires bending, kneeling, and rising frequently. Cities are designed for walking, and public transportation involves stair climbing and short walks between stations. Even leisure activities like gardening, calligraphy, and traditional dance include mindful physical movements that strengthen the body subtly. These environmental cues keep people moving without needing to schedule exercise. The result: a society where movement is normal and stillness is the exception. For someone over 50 looking to stay active, this mindset is a game changer. You don't need to overhaul your routine. You just need to find ways to add small, natural movements back into your day. Culturally, the Japanese also place great value on balance and moderation, concepts reflected in how they move. They don't push to exhaustion or strain their bodies to the limit. The goal isn't to dominate the body, but to work with it. When elders perform their morning exercises, often called Rajyo Taiso, which are simple stretches and movements broadcast on the radio, they do them with lightness and flow. The movements aren't forced. They're rhythmic and almost meditative. This attitude protects them from injury and promotes long-term consistency. It's one thing to start a fitness routine. It's another to keep it up for decades. And the Japanese model shows that sustainability comes from gentleness and regularity, not intensity. This way of moving also has a profound psychological effect. Regular motion triggers the release of endorphins, reduces anxiety, and improves mood. But more importantly, it creates a sense of agency. When you move your body daily, you remind yourself that you are capable, strong, and in control of your health. Japanese elders carry this mindset naturally. Their daily routines reinforce the belief that aging doesn't mean decline. It means adapting, staying aware, and honoring the body through motion. This positive feedback loop between body and mind builds confidence, independence, and vitality. There's also an interesting link between these daily movements and longevity. Research consistently shows that Japan has one of the highest life expectancies in the world, and it's not just because of diet. Physical activity, even in low-intensity forms, plays a massive role in keeping the heart, muscles, and metabolism healthy. Movements like squatting, stretching, and walking keep blood flowing, improve digestion, and enhance oxygen delivery throughout the body. They prevent chronic conditions like diabetes and heart disease, which are often linked to inactivity. For someone over 50, these gentle but consistent forms of movement can literally add years of healthy life. The mental aspect of these daily movements can't be ignored either, because they're done mindfully and often in quiet moments. Morning routines, walks in nature, or light stretching before bed, they help create a sense of calm and clarity. This lowers stress hormones like cortisol and promotes better sleep. In turn, better rest supports muscle recovery, hormonal balance, and cognitive health. It's a holistic cycle of care where movement nurtures the mind and a peaceful mind supports better movement. This connection between physical and mental wellness is one of the reasons Japanese elders age so gracefully. What's truly remarkable is how universal these movements are. You don't need to live in Japan to benefit from them. You don't need special mats, tools, or even much space. The principle is simple: move your body in small, intentional ways every day. Make it part of your life, not something you do separately. Stretch when you wake up. Do a few slow squats before breakfast. Twist your spine gently during a break. Walk mindfully after dinner. These little moments of movement compound over time, reshaping not just your physical health, but your sense of vitality. The 6 movements practiced by Japanese elders are a reflection of a deeper truth, that the body thrives on motion, not intensity. When you make movement a natural part of your day, your body rewards you with strength, balance, and energy. It's a rhythm of life that doesn't require willpower or equipment, just awareness and consistency. For anyone over 50, this is incredibly empowering. You don't need to chase fitness trends or extreme workouts to feel young again. You just need to move the way nature intended, frequently, gently, and with purpose. Over time, those small steps transform into lasting vitality, proving that age doesn't define your limits, movement does. The traditional Japanese squat, or shiko, is more than just a physical movement. It's a practice deeply tied to longevity, balance, and lower body strength. When you watch Japanese elders move, you'll notice something remarkable. Even at advanced ages, they can bend their knees, lower themselves toward the ground, and rise up again with stability and grace. This is not something that happens by chance. It's the result of a lifetime of movement habits that keep the muscles, joints, and nervous system working in harmony. The squat is one of the core movements that maintains this connection, and it's a big reason why so many Japanese seniors remain independent and active far beyond the age when many people in other parts of the world begin to slow down. At first glance, the squat looks simple, just bending your knees and lowering your hips, but it's actually one of the most effective full body exercises you can do. The Japanese version emphasizes control, posture, and balance rather than brute strength. It starts from a standing position with feet placed shoulder width apart, knees aligned over the toes, and the back straight. The movement is performed slowly, with a focus on keeping the heels grounded and the body upright. Instead of rushing, Japanese elders take their time, allowing the muscles to activate and the joints to move through their natural range of motion. This approach not only strengthens the thighs, glutes, and calves, but also improves circulation and joint lubrication, which are crucial for maintaining mobility as we age. When you look at the health benefits of squatting from a physiological perspective, it's astonishing how much impact such a simple motion can have. The act of lowering and raising your body recruits some of the largest muscle groups in the body, the quadriceps, hamstrings, and gluteal muscles. These muscles are responsible for almost every movement we perform daily, from walking upstairs to standing up from a chair. Strengthening them through regular squatting not only builds muscle, but also prevents sarcopenia, the age-related loss of muscle mass that starts to accelerate after 40. For many people, losing leg strength is the first sign of aging, and it's also one of the leading factors behind falls and reduced independence. By keeping the legs strong, you keep your entire body stable and capable. One of the unique things about the Japanese squat is its emphasis on balance and coordination. Unlike Western-style gym squats that often use weights or focus purely on muscle gain, the traditional squat is done with body weight, and the movement itself becomes a training tool for stability. As the body lowers, the center of gravity shifts, requiring the core muscles to engage to prevent tipping forward or backward. Over time, this builds a deep sense of body awareness and balance. This is why many Japanese elders can move smoothly and confidently even on uneven surfaces or while carrying groceries. Their bodies are constantly practicing micro adjustments through movements like squatting, keeping their balance mechanisms sharp and responsive, beyond muscle and balance. The Japanese squat also plays a vital role in maintaining joint health. When performed correctly, it strengthens the tissues around the knees and hips, which are common areas of discomfort as we age. The slow, controlled descent stretches the connective tissue, and the rise back up pumps synovial fluid, the natural lubricant of the joints, helping to keep them flexible and pain-free. In modern life, where most people spend hours sitting on chairs, the hips and knees rarely move through their full range. This leads to stiffness, weakness, and reduced circulation. The daily practice of squatting counteracts these effects by reintroducing natural motion and load to the joints. It's essentially the body's way of staying young from the inside out. Culturally, the Japanese have always integrated squatting into daily routines. Traditional homes use low tables and floor seating, meaning people often squat or kneel during meals, conversations, or relaxation. Public spaces like temples, gardens, and even rest areas often require sitting or kneeling at ground level, so getting up and down becomes part of everyday life. This constant repetition strengthens the lower body naturally, unlike in many Western societies where chairs dominate the home and workplace. The Japanese way of living keeps the legs and hips active throughout the day. The result is a population that retains mobility, flexibility, and strength well into old age, not because they exercise in the modern sense, but because their environment encourages it. The squat also has deep connections to the mind-body relationship. In Japan, physical movements are often performed with mindfulness, attention to posture, and breath control. When elders practice squats, they don't rush or force their bodies. They move with awareness and respect for their current ability. The slow breathing during the squat promotes calmness, oxygenation, and focus. Each repetition becomes a meditative act that strengthens not only the body but also the mind's connection to movement. This mindful approach ensures that exercise never becomes stressful or punishing. It becomes a form of self-care, a moment of connection between breath and body. For someone over 50, introducing the Japanese squat into a daily routine can have life-changing effects. At first, it may feel challenging to go low or maintain balance, but that's perfectly normal. Even partial squats, where you lower yourself just a little, activate the same key muscle groups. Over time, your range of motion increases, your legs feel stronger, and your posture improves. The most important thing is consistency, not depth. Doing 5 slow squats a day with control and awareness is far more beneficial than doing 20 rushed ones. Your muscles need time to adapt, and your joints will thank you for the steady, gradual approach. As the lower body strengthens, something else happens. You start to feel more confident in movement. Simple tasks like bending to pick something up, gardening, or climbing stairs become easier. That feeling of stiffness and instability begins to fade. Squatting also improves circulation, which helps deliver oxygen and nutrients to muscles and joints, giving them new vitality. Even digestion benefits as the motion of squatting compresses and decompresses the abdomen, gently massaging the internal organs. This explains why, in traditional Japanese culture, physical movement and digestion are often seen as interconnected systems. The healthier your movement patterns, the better your body processes energy and waste. What's also interesting about the squat is its effect on posture. Many people over 50 start to develop rounded shoulders, a curved spine, or weak lower backs due to prolonged sitting. The squat naturally counteracts this by strengthening the core and promoting proper alignment from head to toe. As you keep your chest upright and your back straight during each repetition, your spine learns to stay aligned even outside the exercise. Over time, you stand taller, breathe deeper, and carry yourself with more confidence. A strong lower body supports a strong posture, and posture, in turn, influences how energetic and youthful you feel. Japanese elders demonstrate that you don't need heavy weights or fancy equipment to keep your legs and back strong. All you need is your own body and the discipline to move it every day. Many elders perform a few squats in the morning as part of their routine, sometimes while brushing their teeth, cooking, or even watching TV. These small, consistent moments of movement compound over time, reinforcing strength without stress. This slow, sustainable approach prevents injury while allowing gradual improvement. In a world obsessed with quick results, the Japanese squat stands as a reminder that real, lasting health comes from patience and steady effort. Another reason the squat works so well for older adults is that it promotes balance through controlled movement. When you lower yourself and rise again, you train not just muscles but also the nervous system to coordinate every small adjustment needed to stay upright. This neuromuscular connection becomes crucial as we age when balance and reflexes naturally decline. Practicing the squat daily helps preserve these reflexes, reducing the risk of falls, a major concern for people over 50. And since every repetition involves the core muscles working in tandem with the legs, it also strengthens the abdominal region, which plays a huge role in maintaining stability and protecting the spine. What makes the Japanese squat especially inspiring is that it doesn't require perfection. Elders often adapt the movement to their ability. Some use a wall or chair for support. Others hold onto a low surface. What matters most is doing it mindfully, not mechanically. Over time, even those who start with minimal movement often regain enough strength and confidence to go lower and stay balanced. This adaptability makes it accessible to everyone, regardless of fitness level. And because it's done slowly, there's little risk of strain or overexertion. The goal isn't to exhaust the body, but to wake it up, reminding it of its natural strength and mobility. The benefits of the Japanese squat also extend beyond the physical body. There's a mental resilience that builds when you challenge yourself through such controlled, purposeful movement. Each time you lower yourself and rise again, you reinforce not just muscle memory, but also the mindset that you are capable of growth no matter your age. It's a quiet but powerful affirmation that your body is not fragile, it's adaptable. This belief alone has a profound impact on how people age. Those who continue to move daily tend to see themselves as strong and active rather than limited by age, and that mindset becomes self-fulfilling. In essence, the Japanese squat is a small, daily ritual that supports lifelong vitality. It keeps the legs strong, the joints flexible, and the mind alert. It teaches patience, presence, and self-awareness, and most importantly, it proves that strength doesn't come from doing more, it comes from doing the right things consistently. For those over 50, embracing this simple movement can reignite a connection to the body that may have been lost over years of sedentary living. It's a way of reclaiming control, rebuilding confidence, and rediscovering the power within your own movement, one slow, mindful squat at a time. The act of getting up and down from the floor may seem ordinary, even trivial, but in Japan, it's one of the most powerful and practical movements that contribute to lifelong mobility and independence. This habit, deeply ingrained in daily life, keeps Japanese elders agile, strong, and coordinated far into their later years. In a culture where sitting on tatami mats is still common and low tables replace chairs, this constant need to move from the floor to a standing position and back again becomes a natural form of exercise. It may not look like a workout, but the physical demand of rising and lowering the body repeatedly throughout the day strengthens nearly every major muscle group and reinforces balance, flexibility, and control, three things that often decline rapidly with age in other parts of the world. For someone over 50, this movement could be the key to regaining youthful stability and confidence in motion. Think about what it takes to get up from the floor without using your hands. You need strong legs, mobile hips, and a stable core. You need coordination between your upper and lower body and awareness of how your weight shifts as you move. This is not just physical strength, it's body intelligence. Every time a Japanese elder performs this movement, even casually, they are maintaining that intelligence. They're reminding their muscles, joints, and nervous system how to work together fluidly. It's a motion that combines strength training, flexibility work, and balance practice all in one. And because it happens multiple times a day, it keeps their bodies calibrated for motion. There's no stiffness that sets in from sitting too long in a chair, no hesitation when moving from one position to another. Their bodies remain tuned for movement because movement is part of the daily rhythm. From a biomechanical standpoint, the floor to stand motion is incredibly comprehensive. As you lower yourself, your quadriceps and glutes control the descent, preventing your body from collapsing under gravity. Your hip joints open and close, stretching the muscles that surround them, while your core stabilizes your spine. As you rise, those same muscles engage in the opposite sequence, generating power to lift the body upward. This push and pull cycle builds endurance, balance, and coordination without the need for equipment. It's a perfect example of functional movement, the kind of strength you can use in real life, For people over 50 who may struggle with weak knees or tight hips, practicing this movement regularly can be transformative. It not only builds strength, but also retrains the nervous system to move smoothly, reducing the risk of falls and stiffness. The reason this movement is so effective is that it challenges both stability and mobility simultaneously. Many people can still perform isolated exercises like leg lifts or stretches, but the true test of mobility is whether you can move from one position to another smoothly and independently. Getting up from the floor requires the body to coordinate multiple joints, shift balance, and generate controlled power. This challenges the body in a way that machines at the gym simply can't replicate. It teaches you how to manage your own body weight, which is one of the most valuable skills for aging gracefully. It's the difference between being able to get up after a fall or needing help. That's why this simple habit embedded in daily life in Japan is so much more than exercise. It's insurance for independence. What's also fascinating is how this daily motion keeps the joints lubricated and the connective tissues supple. Each time the hips flex and extend, the knees bend, and the ankles shift, the body circulates synovial fluid around these joints. This fluid acts like oil in a machine, keeping the moving parts smooth and reducing friction. When joints stop moving through their full range, something that happens often when people spend most of their time sitting in chairs, they start to lose this lubrication, leading to stiffness and pain. By practicing movements like sitting and standing from the floor, Japanese elders keep their joints young and functional. Even their spinal alignment benefits from the process, as the motion encourages a natural, upright posture during the transition. There's also a subtle mental component to this movement that plays a big role in maintaining vitality. Each time you lower yourself to the floor and rise again, you're reinforcing a sense of control and confidence in your body. Many people over 50 begin to fear falling or losing balance, and that fear itself can lead to a more sedentary lifestyle, which ironically increases the risk of weakness and falls. But Japanese elders who practice these movements daily don't carry that fear. Their confidence comes from familiarity. Their bodies know how to respond, how to balance, and how to get back up. This creates a powerful loop between mind and body. Confidence fuels movement, and movement fuels confidence. In Japanese homes, the design of the living space itself encourages this habit. Traditional tatami mats are firm but soft enough for sitting and kneeling comfortably, and furniture tends to be low to the ground. Meals are often enjoyed while sitting cross-legged or kneeling, and rest or social gatherings happen in the same manner. This lifestyle naturally requires frequent standing and sitting transitions throughout the day. Even sleeping arrangements like futons placed directly on the floor ensure that the act of getting up and down remains part of the daily routine. Each of these movements may seem insignificant on its own, but accumulated over years, they form a foundation of strength and mobility that supports healthy aging. For those who didn't grow up in a floor-sitting culture, it might feel difficult at first. Tight hips, weak thighs, or poor balance can make getting down and back up challenging. But that's exactly why this movement is so beneficial. It identifies the areas of weakness that need attention. You can start by using one hand for support, or even lowering yourself onto a cushion before standing up again. Over time, as your strength and mobility improve, you'll rely less on assistance. What's important is consistency. Even just practicing once or twice a day can create noticeable improvements in balance and coordination. The body adapts quickly when given the right stimulus, and this simple motion provides exactly that. From a longevity standpoint, this habit is incredibly significant. Researchers have found that the ability to get up from the floor without using hands strongly correlates with longer life expectancy. It's not just about strength, it's about overall body function, coordination, and resilience. When you can perform this movement with ease, it means your muscles, joints, and cardiovascular system are all working together efficiently. It's a reflection of overall vitality. Japanese elders who continue this practice well into their later years often demonstrate not just longer lives, but higher quality of life, remaining active, independent, and mentally sharp. Another interesting effect of this daily movement is its impact on flexibility. As we age, muscles and tendons lose elasticity, especially around the hips and lower back. The motion of sitting and standing from the floor helps preserve this elasticity. The hips rotate naturally, the knees bend deeply, and the ankles stay mobile. This prevents the body from becoming rigid and brittle. Many physical therapists now recommend similar movements for older adults because they mimic natural patterns that humans were designed for. Long before chairs existed, humans spent much of their time squatting, kneeling, or sitting on the ground. Returning to these positions is like reminding the body of its original blueprint, how it was meant to move. The benefits also extend beyond physical health into emotional well-being. In Japan, these daily movements are not done hurriedly. They are part of a mindful, respectful rhythm of living. When an elder sits on the floor for tea or conversation, there's a certain grace in how they move. Every gesture is deliberate, calm, and grounded. This mindfulness turns an ordinary act into a meditative experience. It connects the person to their body and their surroundings. Over time, that sense of calm awareness influences how they approach aging itself, with acceptance, presence, and gratitude rather than frustration or fear. For someone over 50 looking to regain vitality, incorporating this kind of movement doesn't require major changes. It can start with small steps, spending a few minutes sitting on the floor each day, or practicing getting up from a low seat instead of a high one. Over time, you'll notice improvements in strength, mobility, and balance that carry over into everything else you do. Everyday tasks like picking something up, tying your shoes, or gardening become easier. You'll find your body moves more smoothly, your joints feel looser, and your legs more reliable. That's the real magic of this simple practice. It restores your ability to move through life comfortably and confidently. In Japanese culture, aging gracefully isn't about resisting time. It's about maintaining harmony between the body, mind, and environment. The act of getting up and down from the floor embodies that harmony perfectly. It's a dance between strength and softness, control and release, effort and ease. It keeps the body youthful by keeping it engaged. It reminds the mind that movement is life and stillness is what ages us. When practiced daily, this simple motion becomes much more than an exercise. It becomes a ritual of vitality, a quiet celebration of the body's incredible ability to adapt, balance, and rise again no matter the age. Gentle torso twists, heel raises, and shoulder opening movements may look simple on the surface, but they form the foundation of how Japanese elders maintain vitality, posture, and energy throughout their later years. These movements are part of a quiet but powerful routine that keeps the body supple, the blood flowing, and the joints open. In Japan, these motions are often part of morning taisa, exercises performed slowly and rhythmically, sometimes in groups in parks or at home, while listening to soft music or the morning radio. There's nothing flashy about them, no weights, no machines, just pure, mindful movement that refreshes the body and resets the nervous system each day. For people over 50, these small motions hold the key to unlocking flexibility, balance, and renewed strength without strain or exhaustion. Let's begin with the gentle torso twist, which might look like a simple turn from side to side, but carries layers of benefit. As the upper body rotates, the spine moves through its natural range, stimulating circulation around the vertebrae and stretching the muscles that support posture. This motion also engages the core, especially the oblique muscles, which stabilize the spine and help maintain balance. For elders in Japan, this isn't about building abs or burning calories, it's about keeping the spine young. When the spine moves, so does energy. The Japanese understand that stiffness in the back doesn't just cause physical discomfort, it restricts the body's overall vitality. Every twist helps to oil the joints of the spine, allowing smoother motion throughout the day. It's also deeply connected to internal health. The twisting action gently messages the abdominal organs, improving digestion and supporting detoxification. Many elders perform this movement right after waking up because it awakens the body's core from the inside out. What makes this movement special is the mindfulness behind it. It's performed slowly, with the breath guiding the motion. As you inhale, the spine lengthens. As you exhale, you rotate gently to one side, then to the other. This coordination between breath and motion calms the mind while keeping the nervous system balanced. Unlike fast, jerky exercises that put strain on the joints, these gentle twists promote relaxation and fluidity. Over time, they reduce stiffness in the lower back, release tension in the shoulders, and improve posture naturally. For someone over 50 who might be dealing with years of sitting or repetitive stress, these twists feel like unlocking areas of the body that have been frozen for too long. Then there are heel raises, another simple movement that Japanese elders practice almost unconsciously throughout the day. Whether standing in line, cooking in the kitchen, or brushing their teeth, many naturally lift their heels up and down in a slow, controlled rhythm. This small act strengthens the calves, the ankles, and even the arches of the feet, which serve as the foundation for balance and movement. As we age, the muscles in the feet and lower legs often weaken due to reduced activity, leading to instability, swelling, and fatigue. Heel raises counter this decline by reactivating those dormant muscles. Each time the heels lift off the ground, the body's weight shifts, challenging balance and engaging the core. The gentle contraction of the calves improves blood circulation back toward the heart, preventing issues like swelling, cold feet, or varicose veins. It's one of the simplest, most effective ways to keep the lower body alive and energized. Beyond the physical benefits, heel raises also retrain the brain. Balance isn't just about strong muscles, it's about the brain's ability to coordinate small adjustments in posture. As Japanese elders perform these movements daily, they're constantly tuning their sense of stability. It's why they can walk gracefully well into their 80s or 90s without shuffling or leaning forward. Each heel raise acts like a subtle reminder to the brain that the body is still capable of stability and poise. Over time, this habit builds confidence in movement, which is especially important for older adults who may fear falling. The best part is that this exercise can be done anywhere without planning or equipment. It blends seamlessly into daily routines, which is exactly why it's so sustainable. Shoulder opening movements are another essential part of this Japanese approach to staying mobile and strong. In a world where most people spend hours hunched over phones and computers, tight shoulders and stiff upper backs have become almost universal. But in Japan, elders make it a daily ritual to roll. Stretch and open their shoulders. The motion is usually gentle, rolling the shoulders backward, opening the chest, and taking slow, deep breaths. This simple act does more than release tension. It re-educates the body to maintain proper posture. When the shoulders open and the chest expands, the lungs have more space to fill, allowing deeper breathing and better oxygenation. This alone can reduce fatigue, improve focus, and enhance mood. Many Japanese elders pair these shoulder movements with mindful breathing, turning the exercise into a form of moving meditation. Over time, these small shoulder opening exercises counteract the effects of aging on the upper body. As we grow older, it's common for the shoulders to round forward, pulling the neck and spine out of alignment. This not only causes pain but also reduces lung capacity and even affects digestion by compressing the abdominal space. Regular shoulder rolls and chest expansions gently reverse this process. They strengthen the upper back muscles that support proper posture, allowing the spine to remain tall and balanced. When posture improves, energy flows more freely through the body, and even simple activities like walking or reaching become more effortless. When you observe Japanese elders performing these movements, you'll notice something else. They move with grace and intention. There's no rush, no aggression. Every twist, every roll, every rise of the heel is smooth and mindful. This deliberate pace activates the body's parasympathetic nervous system, the part responsible for rest, digestion, and healing. In contrast, most modern exercise routines keep the body in a state of stress, focused on pushing limits or chasing performance. The Japanese way is different. It's about harmony, balance, and awareness. Movement isn't punishment, it's nourishment. These exercises are not separate from life, they're woven into it. Another beautiful thing about these movements is how they support circulation and energy flow. In traditional Japanese philosophy, movement and health are closely tied to the idea of ki, or life energy. When the body becomes stiff, this energy stagnates. Gentle, rhythmic motions like twists, heel raises, and shoulder rolls help release that stagnation, allowing energy to flow freely again. You can feel it almost instantly, a sense of warmth, lightness, an ease that spreads through the body after just a few minutes. Western science explains this as improved blood flow and oxygen delivery to tissues, but the effect feels much deeper than that. It's a renewal from within, as if the body's natural rhythm has been restored. For someone over 50, adopting these Japanese-inspired movements can reverse years of accumulated stiffness and fatigue. They don't require long sessions or special clothing. Just a few minutes in the morning or evening can make a huge difference. The torso twist keeps the spine youthful and the internal organs stimulated. The heel raise strengthens the lower legs, improving balance and blood flow. The shoulder opening motions free the chest, enhance breathing, and improve posture. Together, they create a full body rejuvenation practice that's both gentle and powerful. These are movements you can do for the rest of your life, no matter your age or fitness level. What makes them so sustainable is that they fit naturally into everyday life. You can twist your torso gently while waiting for your tea to brew. Do heel raises while brushing your teeth, or roll your shoulders while watching TV. These small acts add up. They're not workouts to be scheduled, they're movements to be lived. And because they're simple, they're easy to maintain. Consistency is what makes them effective, and Japanese elders understand this deeply. They don't chase dramatic transformations, they cultivate steady daily vitality. The cumulative effect of these practices is profound. The spine stays flexible, preventing back pain and improving posture. The legs and feet remain strong, reducing the risk of falls. The shoulders and chest stay open, supporting better breathing and circulation. Even mental clarity improves because the body moves in harmony with the breath. It's a holistic form of wellness that touches every part of life. People who practice these small movements daily often report not just physical improvement, but emotional calm and focus as well. Movement becomes meditation, and the line between exercise and living disappears. Japanese elders prove that the secret to longevity and health isn't about intensity. It's about rhythm and consistency. Their gentle daily movements remind the body how to move gracefully, the joints how to stay open, and the mind how to stay centered. They understand that movement doesn't have to be hard to be effective, it just has to be regular and mindful. Over time, these tiny daily rituals build resilience, vitality, and an unshakable sense of balance, both physical and mental. When practiced consistently, the simple acts of twisting, lifting the heels, and opening the shoulders can restore a youthful feeling of lightness in the body and peace in the mind, proving that true strength doesn't come from force, it comes from flow. Mindful walking, a daily habit in Japanese culture, is far more than just physical activity. It's a way of aligning the body, mind, and spirit in perfect rhythm with life. In Japan, walking isn't merely about getting from one place to another. It's a practice of awareness and connection. The Japanese call it arukikara, or the way of walking, and it reflects their philosophy that even the simplest movements, when done with intention, can transform health, energy, and emotional balance. For elders especially, this daily habit has become one of the most powerful secrets to maintaining strength, stability, and mental clarity well into their later years. It's an effortless exercise that builds endurance, tones the muscles, strengthens the heart, and keeps the mind calm and focused, all without the need for a gym or any special equipment. When you observe older Japanese men and women walking through city parks, temples, or along the quiet streets of their neighborhoods, you notice their graceful rhythm. Their steps are steady but light, their posture upright, their breathing calm and measured. Each step seems intentional, as if they are not just moving their legs, but flowing through space with awareness. This mindful approach to walking activates every part of the body in a balanced way. The core stays engaged, the shoulders remain relaxed, and the legs move with purpose. Even though the pace might appear gentle, it builds real strength, endurance, and stability over time. unlike the hurried, distracted walking common in modern life. Japanese elders walk as though each step is an act of meditation, a moving reminder of presence. The physical benefits of this simple habit are remarkable. Walking stimulates circulation, strengthens the heart, and supports the joints without putting stress on them. It helps maintain lean muscle mass, particularly in the legs and hips, which are essential for mobility and balance as we age. Regular walking improves coordination and trains the body to respond quickly to changes in terrain, which reduces the risk of falls, a major concern for older adults. It's a gentle form of resistance training in disguise, using the body's own weight to build strength. Every step activates the calves, thighs and glutes, while the swinging motion of the arms tones the shoulders and improves overall posture. It's full body movement in its most natural and sustainable form. But the benefits go beyond muscles and joints. Walking enhances circulation to the brain, supporting memory and cognitive function. In Japan, where longevity rates are among the highest in the world, elders who walk daily tend to have sharper minds and greater emotional stability. There's a direct link between movement and mental clarity. The rhythmic motion of walking stabilizes brain waves, reduces stress hormones, and promotes the release of endorphins, those natural chemicals that boost mood and motivation. When walking is done mindfully, focusing on the sound of footsteps, the feeling of the ground, and the rhythm of the breath, it becomes a moving form of meditation that refreshes the mind and clears mental fog. Japanese culture integrates walking seamlessly into daily life. Many elders don't even see it as exercise in the Western sense. It's simply part of living well. They walk to local shops, temples, parks, or the homes of friends. Public transportation encourages more walking, and Japan's compact cities make it easy to incorporate steps throughout the day. In rural areas, elders often walk through gardens, rice fields, or along mountain paths, breathing in fresh air and reconnecting with nature. This connection to the environment adds another layer of benefit. Studies have shown that walking in nature, a practice known as shinrin yoku, or forest bathing, can lower blood pressure, reduce anxiety, and strengthen the immune system. When the Japanese walk, they aren't just moving their bodies, they're harmonizing with the natural world around them. For elders, this daily walking habit helps preserve something deeply important: independence. The ability to move freely without assistance is one of the most vital aspects of healthy aging. Walking every day keeps the body capable, the joints flexible, and the reflexes sharp. It maintains the strength needed for everyday tasks, climbing stairs, getting up from chairs, or carrying groceries. In Japan, where the elderly often live active, independent lives well into their 80s and 90s, walking plays a huge role in that longevity. The combination of gentle daily movement and consistent practice keeps their muscles responsive and their balance finely tuned. They rarely experience the rapid decline in mobility seen in many other parts of the world because they never stop moving. The mindful aspect of walking adds another layer of power to this practice. Instead of walking on autopilot or while staring at a phone, Japanese elders stay aware of each step, each breath, each sound. This mindfulness reduces stress and teaches the mind to stay present. It's like pressing a reset button on both body and brain. The slow, steady rhythm of walking mirrors the natural rhythm of breathing and heartbeat, creating a soothing effect that quiets internal chatter. Over time, this state of calm awareness leads to improved emotional resilience. It teaches patience, focus, and gratitude for the simple act of movement. Mindful walking also helps regulate energy throughout the day. In the morning, it gently awakens the body, loosening the muscles and stimulating the senses. At midday, it can serve as a natural energy boost, refreshing the mind after hours of work or sitting. In the evening, it helps release the tension of the day and promotes better sleep. Japanese elders often walk after meals to aid digestion, a practice that prevents bloating and supports metabolism. This habit is backed by science. Post-meal walking helps the body regulate blood sugar and enhances insulin sensitivity. The wisdom in this tradition lies in its simplicity and timing. Culturally, walking together is also a form of connection. In Japan, it's common to see groups of elders strolling side by side, chatting quietly, enjoying each other's company. This social element enhances the emotional benefits of walking. It keeps loneliness at bay, fosters community, and encourages laughter, all of which are essential for long-term health. Studies show that elders who walk socially tend to live longer and have better mental health than those who remain isolated. The simple act of walking becomes a bridge between people, strengthening bonds and maintaining emotional well-being. Even in the busiest Japanese cities, walking retains its peaceful rhythm. You'll notice that people don't rush aggressively. They move efficiently but calmly, maintaining awareness of their surroundings. This attitude toward walking reflects a broader philosophy of balance in Japanese life, to move steadily forward without force, to flow rather than push. For older adults, this mindset prevents overexertion and injury. They listen to their bodies, respecting their limits while maintaining consistent movement. This gentle discipline allows them to keep walking daily for decades without burnout. Physiologically, walking also keeps the body's internal systems in harmony. It stimulates lymphatic flow, helping the body remove waste and toxins. It supports joint lubrication through natural motion, reducing stiffness and pain. It improves lung function through rhythmic breathing and strengthens the core muscles that stabilize the spine. Even the digestive system benefits, as the gentle motion encourages the movement of food through the intestines. The overall effect is a well-tuned body that operates smoothly from the inside out. One of the most fascinating aspects of this habit is how it nurtures the mind. Modern research shows that walking stimulates creativity and problem solving. When we move rhythmically without distraction, the brain enters a state known as alpha, a calm but alert mode that enhances imagination and clarity. Japanese elders, many of whom have practiced this kind of mindful walking for decades, often describe it as a form of mental cleansing. Problems seem smaller, emotions feel lighter, and thoughts become clearer after a walk. It's not just exercise, it's therapy through motion. For those over 50, incorporating this habit can be life-changing. It doesn't require intense effort or athletic ability. All it asks for is consistency and attention. Start with slow, steady steps, paying attention to posture, head up, shoulders relaxed, core lightly engaged. Feel each step connect with the ground. Inhale through the nose, exhale gently through the mouth. With practice, walking transforms from a simple action into a moving meditation that rejuvenates the entire being. Over time, energy levels rise, sleep improves, and stress decreases. The body becomes lighter, the mind clearer, and life itself feels more harmonious. What makes mindful walking so effective is that it aligns with how the human body is designed to move. We were never meant to sit for long hours or perform artificial gym exercises in isolation. We were built to move naturally, steadily, and rhythmically. Walking fulfills that ancient design. It keeps the muscles long and elastic, the joints nourished, and the spirit uplifted. The Japanese have simply never lost touch with this truth. Their elders show us that health doesn't depend on modern fitness trends or complicated routines. It grows from small, consistent habits rooted in awareness and respect for the body. Every step they take reflects centuries of wisdom that life itself is movement, and movement done mindfully becomes healing. By walking every day with presence, they not only strengthen their bodies but also nurture peace in their hearts and clarity in their minds. It's why, even in their 80s and 90s, so many Japanese elders remain active, calm and joyful. Their secret is simple yet profound. Move gently, move daily, and move with awareness. In the rhythm of mindful walking, they find both longevity and serenity, proving that the path to lasting health is not about speed or strength, but about the quiet power of steady steps taken with purpose and grace.